Hi, everybody. Welcome in on the Maroon Devils Network as we are live here at Swain County High School, the home of the Lady Devils for Smoky Mountain Conference softball, as our Lady Devils are hosting the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. And we are ready to get things underway here, as it's going to be Faith Odell leading off here, and she rips one for a base hit on the second pitch of the ball game as the throw comes into second base. So already the Hayesville Yellow Jacket girls are on base with Faith Odell. That's going to bring up Roberts right behind her, as it's going to be Roberts hitting in the number 2 spot now. Lila Roberts hitting .231 for Hayesville. They're in the black with white and gold trim. Our Lady Devils, of course, in white with some maroon trim. We do have some rain falling here at Swain County High School on this afternoon. There's a slap hit that's going to go foul for a strike. Again, off the bat now of Lila Roberts. So Lila Roberts at the plate. She is wearing number 5 and not number 2, as Max Preps had it on their roster. And that's where we get some of our information. On deck is going to be Krieger, as Briley Krieger will be hitting in the number 3 spot. And then it's going to be Graceland Anderson. There's a swing and a miss for a strike 2. And again, the rain is literally blowing into our broadcast location, blowing in sideways. Gary Ayers and Joe Holt with you here as we're trying to hold things down with the wind blowing and the rain literally blowing in sideways on this Tuesday afternoon. Softball and baseball we're hoping for. There's a shot into left center field that's going to be dropping in. The base runners will hold at second base. Holding down there is going to be Odell. So already Hayesville is on, and this rain is coming down harder. And now I'm starting to wonder if the umpires will hold things up. We haven't seen that so far, but already we have 2 base hits to lead off for Hayesville. Batting now is going to be Briley Krieger, hitting .300 on the season for Hayesville. As we mentioned, Graceland Anderson in the number 4 cleanup spot, batting .400 right behind her. And the pitch is going to be high. Of course, pitching in the circle this afternoon for our Lady Devils is going to be our standout freshman hitting in the or pitching in the pitcher's circle here. And we're talking about Riley Rawls, who is doing an outstanding job. The hard-throwing right-hand freshman is going to be fouled off for no play behind the plate. Again, runners at first and second. Nobody out here on the top of the first inning, just underway. We're going to have Maroon Devil JV baseball getting underway in just a minute over on the field adjacent to where we're playing varsity softball. And then after varsity softball, weather permitting, we'll have the varsity baseball broadcast here on the Maroon Devils Network. Another foul ball off the bat of Krieger. Again, Anderson on deck, followed by Raylan Taylor batting after her here in the top of the first inning for Hayesville. Hayesville coming in 2-0 in conference play. As a matter of fact, they beat Andrews yesterday 4-3. They beat Andrews earlier in the season 7-6 in 8 innings. Their only loss coming to Pisgah 9-1. Here's a shot over second base, going to be in for a base hit. Base runner rounding third and will score. Throw comes into second base. Everybody else holds, and already 3 straight hits now for Hayesville, as Krieger is on first base with the first RBI of the ball game. So as we mentioned, Hayesville 2-0 in conference play, winning both games against Andrews. Their only loss on their 2-1 record, a 9-1 loss to Pisgah. Of course, our Lady Devils looking for a win here at home in conference play. And more about that in just a moment. But right now, we're just zeroing in on the cleanup batter, and that's going to be Graceland Anderson. Graceland hitting .400 right now for Hayesville. Swing and a foul ball behind the plate, no play. On deck behind Anderson is going to be Raylan Taylor, who is hitting even a higher average at .455. So Hayesville has some sticks coming up here in the first inning as the rain continues to come down. Hayesville up 1-0 now with runners at first and second, and still no out with 3 consecutive hits. There's a ground ball that's going to be foul on the left field side. And this is not just the best weather to play baseball and softball. And maybe not the best weather for doing video or taking pictures, as Joanna pulled up right beside me here, and it is just not typical spring weather, but hey, it's March in the mountains. What can we say? There's a foul ball again off the bat of Anderson, hitting with Runners at first and second, 1 run in and nobody out. Taylor on deck. JV baseball going on next door with varsity baseball to follow. So hopefully if the rain will let us, we have a lot of broadcasting to do here with the Maroon Devils Network on this Tuesday. Pitch in, fouled off again off the bat of Anderson. Anderson, a hard-hitting junior on the season with a triple and 4 singles on the year. Hitting .400 for the junior third baseman for the Yellow Jackets under the direction of head coach Marissa Peck and assistant coach Rebecca Cothran. We talked to them in the dugout, and they are just really good people. There's a swing and a miss, and that should, they're going to say foul tip. That was a, nope. Well, what's the call up? It looked like a miss, and it was. So now the ump makes the call, and that's going to be out number 1. So the first strikeout. Hayesville still with runners at first and second. And now 1 down. Coming to bat now is going to be Raylan Taylor, leading the team in batting average. A grounder to third base, making the play at third and doing the right thing. Getting the force out at third base over there for the Lady Devils and doing a good job with that as well. So outstanding defense over there on that side of the field for the Lady Devils. Getting that out over there at third base. Candace Crisp getting it done over there. So now 2 out, 1 run in, but runners at first and second as we try to hold down all our papers here in the, in the very stiff wind. 2 down, 2 on. Hayesville swing and a miss. And again, some rain still coming down. Batting now is going to be Crawford. Morgan Crawford hitting with 2 out. Crawford on the season. One of the seniors on this Hayesville team. 5 seniors on the Yellow Jacket roster. 3 freshmen, 3 juniors, 1 sophomore on the team here. As now Crawford steps out of the batter's box and looks down to Marissa Peck, head coach down at third base, with still runners at first and second with 2 down. Swing and a miss. And that's going to leave 2 stranded as, again, 2 strikeouts here in the first inning after Hayesville ripped us for 3 straight hits, 1 run on the scoreboard, and we go to the bottom of the first inning with the Lady Devils coming to bat. 1-0 our score here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Hello viewers, my name is Audrey Zelinka and I'm one of your student correspondents with the Maroon Devils Network. This channel was created in 2014, and since then we've had over 430,000 views, but more than 75% of those have been non-subscribers. Right now our channel has a little over 2,400 subscribers, but we want to reach a goal of 5,000. To help us do this, you can like, subscribe, and share our videos. Thank you for watching the Maroon Devils Network.
Fans, welcome back. Our Lady Devils down 1-0 to Hayesville, as now it's going to be our turn at the plate. It's going to be Kirsten Smith hitting .323 with 11 runs scored and 6 stolen bases on the year, and that's what good leadoff hitters do, and Kirsten is one of those, as she is going to lead us off here. And pitching in the circle today for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets And let's see, as the windup and the throw in the circle is going to be Bunch. Pitching, Addie Bunch is starting in the circle today. A good hitter and a very good pitcher as well. Strong right-hander is again Addie Bunch. On the season, an ERA of 4.12, 17 innings pitched on the year, 6 strikeouts and only 3 walks on the year for the senior Addie Bunch in the pitching circle. At the plate again, leading us off here is going to be Kirsten Smith. The windup and the throw, and there's a slap hit right back to the pitcher, unfortunately, and that's going to be an easy out number 1 for Hayesville. As again, Kirsten Smith tried to slap it, but right between the pitcher and first base, and that's going to be 1 down. That'll bring up Kaylee Parker batting now with 1 out. Kaylee having a good season as well, hitting .391, averaging .517 on base percentage, scoring 9 runs on the season. Kaylee, nobody on, 1 down. Bottom of the first inning in the rain here at Swain County High School. JV baseball going on right next door. And right now it's Hayesville with a 1-0 lead over in that game, just as we have in the varsity softball game, a 1-0 lead here for Hayesville. Bunch with a windup and the throw. That one's lifted right over first base. Going to be in for a base hit as hustling on down to first base, dropping that one just inside the line. A very, very nice hit over there for Kaylee Parker. And that'll push her average up near 400 on the season. And give us our first base runner, and Carly Tisateski. What a season she is having, hitting .600. 11 RBIs, 8 runs scored. And boy, the future is very bright for Carly, our freshman catcher, who is so good behind the plate as well. But a big, big productive bat at the plate. The windup and the throw. Pitch just missing inside for a ball. We see some umbrellas. We see some caps as the rain continues. It's basically been raining since the first pitch for the most part here. Windup and the throw. Pitch going to be in high. Dancing off first base. Kaylee Parker gets back over to first now with 1 down. 1-0 Hayesville lead. Glad to have you listening and watching here on the Maroon Devils Network, whether you're from Swain County or Clay County, our friends over there in Hayesville and the Clay County area. There's a ground ball that's going to be foul down the third base side as Coach Toby Burrell watches it go foul over there. Again, our Lady Devils looking for a conference win here. And as you know, coming up later in the week, we're going to be playing at Hayesville. That's the way the schedule is playing out. So our varsity teams are going to be on the road later in the week at Hayesville. Carly in the box, ready to go with Bunch on the windup. And there's a high ball in play, and we're going to have almost a collision, but Bunch comes on to make the catch over there. The catcher also came out. Both of them had a possibility on the catch, but the pitcher, Bunch, pulls it in for out number 2. So Carly with a high pop-up caught over there by the pitcher, probably in foul territory over in front of our dugout. Maddie Spates hitting now, averaging .438 on base with 10 runs scored on the season for one of our Lady Devil captains on the year. And Maddie, a bat that is always capable of bringing a run in. Maddie has always had a strong bat. Pitch high for a ball. 1-0 the count now. Again, down at first base is Kaylee Parker, who got our first hit on the day. She's still down at first as we're trying to even up the score here on the bottom of the first inning. Ground ball between shortstop and third, and that's going to be in for a base hit, and that's advancing the runner. So our second hit here on the bottom of the first inning by Maddie Spates now, and that's going to bring up Riley Rawls, not only a good pitcher but a good hitter, hitting .419 on the year, 14 RBIs. For the freshman, Riley stepping in now with a chance to even up the score and then some with runners at first and second. 2 out. Third base open now. And again, the rain continuing to lightly fall here. Hopefully it'll go away soon. Bunch with the windup and the throw. Pitch just missing inside for a ball. Maroon Devil JV's batting over in the baseball game, and that game is a 1-0 Hayesville lead. They're also in the first inning, as are we here in varsity softball. 2 runners on, 2 out. Bottom of the first. Riley digs in. There's a ground ball. Slow roller over to shortstop, on over to first in time. And that's going to be out number 3 as we leave 2 on base. But again, Lady Devils coming up with some good hits in the bottom of the first inning. 1 inning gone. We'll go to the top of the second. Hayesville up 1-0. Fans, welcome back. We go to the top of the second inning. 1-0 ball game. A grounder to second base and out number 1 as Dalen Murray leads off for Hayesville. The grounder down to second base. And an easy out number 1 for the Lady Devils defensively over there. And, of course, over there is Maddie Spates down at second base this year. Talking about our defense, of course, Riley Walls in the circle. Behind the plate, we talked about Carly Tisateski. These are 2 really good freshmen. Swing and a miss now as hitting now for Hayesville is going to be Macy Wagner. Hitting now with 1 down. On deck is going to be their starting pitcher, Addie Bunch, here in the top of the second inning. More about our defense here in just a second. Riley on the edge of the circle. Again, Carly behind the plate. Down at first base is Haley Woodard. Down at second, Maddie Spates. Over at third, Candace Crisp. And the shortstop, Kennedy Anthony. The infield for the Lady Devils. In the outfield, Hannah Schuler right here in front of us in right field. Over in left field, Kaylee Parker and Kirsten Smith in center field. Your defense, we'll tell you about the Yellow Jacket defense in a bit. Pitch in, just missing for a ball here. Count going now looks like 1-2 with 1 down. Oh, looks like now they're saying that the batter was grazed by that pitch, so it's going to be a hit by pitch. And Wagner is going to be down at first base with 1 out. Addie Bunch hitting him. Not only a good pitcher, but a good hitter. Addie Bunch hitting .444 for Hayesville on the season, has 1 double and 4 hits on the year. For the senior, on deck will be the top of the lineup. And Odell for the Yellow Jackets. There's a bunt right in front of home plate. On down to first in time for the out, but it advances the runner down to second. And that's what laying down a bunt is all about. So again, Addie Bunch with the bunt, if I can say that correctly here. But she advances the runner, and it's not easy for me to say. Bunch with a bunt and an out at first, and that's going to be 2 down here on the top of the second inning. 1 runner down at second base. Hayesville trying to add to their 1-0 lead here. Wagner down at second, was hit by a pitch just a moment ago. There's a pitch in for a strike from Riley Rawls. Rain still lightly coming down. And if you believe the radar, it's supposed to be moving on out of here. Sometimes it's correct, and honestly, sometimes they just pop up. There's a well-hit ball, deep left field. That one's all the way to the fence, in the air, bounces into the grass, rounding second and holding at second is going to be Hayesville. And again, what a shot by Faith Odell, a big double. That one was about 4 feet from clearing the fence. That was a shot. It was high and deep. Bounced off the fence in the air, and that's going to be the second RBI of the ball game. So again, Faith Odell hitting .417, just launched one into left center field against the fence. Lila Roberts hitting .231 for Hayesville, with 1 double on the season for the Yellow Jacket senior. In the batter's box, pitch high from Riley. Dancing off second, but getting back now is going to be Faith Odell, the leadoff batter for the Yellow Jackets. Roberts hitting in the number 2 spot. Had a base hit last time up, as did Odell. So this top of the Hayesville lineup is strong so far. They have been coming to the plate looking for a hit. There's a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. So Riley got that one by. Roberts on deck is going to be Krieger, Briley Krieger, with a .300 batting average for the Yellow Jackets. Over in JV baseball, still 1-0. Top of the second, Hayesville in the lead in JV baseball next door. Wind up on the throw. There's a well-hit ball again over shortstop. 1 hop into center field. Runner is going to be rounding third and coming on to score with a base hit. Again from Roberts, who is now 2 for 2 on the day. And an RBI. 2 runs in now. Hayesville up 3-0. And it's going to be Krieger batting. Krieger got it started for Hayesville in the first inning with a single and the first RBI on the day. Briley hitting .300 and 3 RBIs on the season. So again, this top of the Yellow Jacket lineup has been tough. And there's a ball that gets by. Runner is heading on down to second. Again, that's Lila Roberts for the Yellow Jackets. Getting back in the box now is going to be Krieger. Anderson is going to be on deck. Runner on second in scoring position. Hayesville up now 3-0 with 2 out here on the top of the second. Again, off speed with a swing and a miss. Riley is really working that off speed very well. 2 strikes now, again, from the off speed pitch. You hear the crack of the bat nearby, of course, with a baseball hitting those aluminum bats. It's a different sound than the softball hitting the aluminum bats. There's another big swing and a miss. 2 strikes now on Krieger. Briley Krieger, a freshman for the Yellow Jackets, and head coach Marissa Peck, assisted by Rebecca Cothran in their solid black with gold and white trim. There's a foul ball, no play on the first base side. And again, you hear the crack of that bat over there as we have baseball and softball going on simultaneously on adjacent fields here, probably about 25 or 30 feet apart, if you will. Runner at second, 2 out. Ground ball between first and second, base hit. Runner will hold at third, coming on with a good play. Now going from third, the runner was going to be held, but then they sent the runner at the last second. And she comes on to score. So an RBI for Krieger, her second on the day. And the top of this Hayesville lineup is now 6 for 6 with 4 RBIs. The first 3 batters have again knocked in all the runs, and they are 6 for 6. Hitting now is going to be Gracelyn Anderson, who struck out her first time. One of the best hitters on the team, hitting .400 with 4 singles and a triple on the season for this Hayesville team. 2-0 in conference play, 2 wins over Andrews, one a 7-6 win. Yesterday, a 4-3 win, so 2 very close wins. Swing and a miss for a strike now with Krieger down at first base. So again, the top 3 hitters for Hayesville, perfect on the day. Each hitter 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs. And basically, they have scored all the runs as well. Rain again, just some very light sprinkles right now, still being blown around by the wind. We still see the umbrellas out in full force on this Tuesday afternoon. It's cold too. Temperatures, I'm guessing right now, probably in the low 50s. Going to be down in the 40s probably before we're finished on the night. Pitch in. Riley just missing for a ball with a runner at first base now. Krieger at first. Lady Devils doing a good job, I think, defensively. We've just seen very good hits off the bats of Hayesville. One of those almost a home run off the fence in left center. The others are just base hits, just clean base hits between the bases or just over the infield so far. Lined up on the throw, off speed, and oh boy, now it's going to go. It's going to be a call to strike. They had to have a little conference between the officials, but they say the bat did come around, and that's going to be out number 3. So Hayesville striking again in the second, now with a 4-0 lead. Lady Devils coming to bat after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. We are going to the bottom of the second inning here in the rain at Swain County High School. Glad to have you along on the Maroon Devils Network as our Lady Devils will be hitting here. Kennedy Anthony having a good season, of course. Again, a very solid freshman hitting .222, 10 big RBIs on the year. She will lead us off here in the bottom of the second inning as our Lady Devils are down 4-0. In case you're just tuning in to the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. There's a shot. That one is deep, deep, deep. And again, it's off the fence in left field. Rounding first, coming into second. Throw is going to be not even close as Kennedy leads us off with a stand-up double. So Kennedy Anthony, what a shot into deep left field as she just ripped that ball off the left field fence. I mean, again, we've seen 2 balls hit today. That was the second one with a little more, would have been over the fence. So Kennedy, a big way to start the bottom of the second. Candace Crisp hitting now. Candace hitting .227, 393 on-base percentage. And again, 5 big RBIs on the year. There's a ground ball foul, no play against the Lady Devil dugout. Haley Woodard is going to be on deck. So our Lady Devils starting off with a bang here. Kennedy down at second base with nobody out. Ground ball foul again, no play. And now the rain is starting to pick up a little and get a little bit harder. We hope the officials let him play, but again, you've got to understand as well. There goes my old pal Frank Leatherwood right there. Good to see Frank over here, one of the best. One of the best. Of course, his son is an outstanding baseball player, an all-around athlete at Hayesville High School. And to tell you my age, I used to broadcast football when Frank Leatherwood played. Then he went on to play for Appalachian State's Mountaineers and also played some for the Miami Dolphins. And his dad, Walt Leatherwood, is a great guy, former softball coach at Pisgah High School. And it's those relationships you make from being involved in sports over the years that I think that follow you the rest of your life. And to me, that's one of the beautiful things about sports. Of course, it's competition, but it's those relationships you carry with you forever, and those are special. They really are. On the pitching rubber with a windup, Addie Bunch. Here comes the pitch. Going to be missing for a ball high. Our Lady Devils, 2 strikes, no outs, runner on second. I want to say Christy Anthony down at second base, but that's Kennedy. Christy wishes she was that young again, but we were talking about that before the game. Here's a pop foul off the Lady Devils dugout. But again, it's those relationships. Of course, Christy, a former assistant coach for head coach Toby Burrell with the Lady Devils softball team, and taking her time, Addie Bunch now on the rubber with the windup and the throw. Pitch just missing low for a ball. Now the count looks like it's going to be running full. Full count now with no out. Runner at second. Candace hanging in there, working the pitches. Haley Woodard on deck. Pitch high for a ball. That's going to be ball 4. So now the Lady Devils with a golden opportunity here in the bottom of the second inning. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Talking about those great relationships. I was talking to my friend Joanna McMahon, who is, of course, doing what she always does so well, taking pictures here in the rain. But here's the windup and the throw. Ground ball. Oh, gets by third base. Going to be rolling into left field. Coach Toby Burrell holds the runner at third. Bases are loaded with nobody out. So Haley Woodard now down at first base. And that's going to be an interesting call. That could be labeled as an error or could be a base hit. Regardless, Lady Devils have runners, bases loaded. But talking about my age, broadcasting when Frank Leatherwood played, of course, I also broadcast when Joanna's husband Chuck played, and that makes me very old. So that's because Chuck is very old. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, I'm even older when we were broadcasting those Maroon Devil games way back when. But that's what makes it sweet. That's the good stuff. Pitch in from Addie Bunch, doing a good job. But right now, the Lady Devils with a golden opportunity. Bases loaded, nobody out. Hannah Schuler hitting. Hannah, our starting right fielder. One of the seniors on this team, leading some of these very good freshmen. Bunch with a windup. There's a swing and a miss. Hannah made one of the best catches I've seen all year in our last broadcast in that conference game with Robbinsville over in right field. She made an outstanding catch. There's a ground ball that's going to be foul off the third base side. And I think that's something actually our conference kind of has in common. So many good coaches, so many relationships from longtime coaches over the years, and that's it's like you're seeing old friends every time some of these teams get together, and you see some of the coaches and special people. Here's a ground ball, again foul down the third base side. So the batter's in there taking their swings, talking to, for example, head coach Joe Sellers, the Hayesville baseball coach. His mom actually grew up here in Swain County. His mom was a grind staff, grew up not far from downtown. So he said, yeah, I've got a lot of roots over here in Swain County. And his mom, I think, said she was about 90 years old. Still likes to come over here in Swain County and visit. 4-0 Hayesville lead. If you're watching live here on the Maroon Devils Network, the windup and the throw. Ground ball, this one fair. Going to be tagged at third, on to home. Not in time. The run will score. So the Lady Devils get the first run across the plate now. As again, with the bases loaded, Hannah grounds into a forced play at third base. But that brings in the run. It's now a 4-1 ball game with one down. The run scores from third, so third base is empty on the force play. And it's back to the top of the lineup now. And Kirsten Smith hitting. Kirsten grounded to the pitcher, Addie Bunch, her first time up. There's a slap hit foul on the first base side. Boy, the runners were going on that play as well. That's one thing some of these Lady Devils have really done well in the offseason between last year and this year. They have really started to switch to slapping. Kirsten has done that, and it's her first time doing this, switching to slapping this year. And as a leadoff hitter, that can really pay big dividends. Here comes a pitch in the dirt, gets by, but now the runners advance to second and third as the ball was a wild pitch, got by, and so now the Lady Devils runners at second and third. With one down, 4-1 Hayesville, bottom of the second here. In the breezy, chilly rain. Pitch high. Catcher doing a good job going up in the air to pull that one down. That could have been a potential run-scoring wild pitch. But again, doing a good job behind the plate. Digging back in, it's going to be, again, Kirsten Smith. Wind up on the throw from Bunch, another slap hit foul. So the Lady Devils runners at second and third right now. Over at third base is Haley Woodard. Hannah Schuler down at second. And I think unofficially that probably was Kennedy Anthony that scored that run for the Lady Devils after leading off with a big double off the left field fence. Over in JV baseball, boy, the Hayesville Yellow Jackets are hitting the ball. They have an 8-0 lead in the second inning in JV baseball next door. Starting to slap hit, but that's going to be a ball into Kirsten Smith hitting .323. Full count now with one down. Runners at second and third. Addie Bunch getting the signals from the catcher and the coaches. Wind up and the throw. This is a slap hit that gets by the pitcher on over to second base. And is it going to be? No, not in time. Run will score. Down at first base is going to be Kirsten Smith. Very close play over at first base with an infield single and an RBI. So a big hit. And those are tough plays for the infield. Down at second base, again, Raylan Taylor did all she could, but a slow rolling grounder. You just can't, it's really hard to make a play. And when you can run like Kirsten, who is very quick, down at first base with an infield single, and again, an RBI. So now it's a 4-2 Yellow Jacket lead. Lady Devils runners on the corners, and at the plate is going to be Kaylee Parker with a strong .391 batting average. First pitch in for a ball. Easing on into second base with no throw is going to be Kirsten. Kaylee with a strong .517 on base percentage, scoring 9 runs, got a base hit her first time up. So both teams are coming up, hitting the ball. There's a pitch in for a strike. As a matter of fact, the Lady Devils hitting on the day have hit the ball every single time. There have been 3 strikeouts on the other side of the ledger for Hayesville off the strong right arm of Riley Rawls. Pitch just missing for a ball. 1-1. 4-2. Hayesville in the lead here on the bottom of the second. And, of course, don't forget, we'll be at Hayesville later in the week. Talking about the softball standings right now, Robbinsville leading the Smoky Mountain Conference 3-0. Hayesville right behind at 2-0. Hiawassee Dam at 1-0. They're all undefeated. Murphy 2-2. Cherokee 2-2. Our Lady Devils 0-2. Andrews 0-4 right now in conference play. And again, a lot of conference games left. And there is a base on balls. And the Lady Devils now with the bases loaded. That is only the second walk issued by Addie Bunce this afternoon for Hayesville. Bases loaded with only 1 out. So again, a huge opportunity here. And a big bat coming to the plate in freshman Carly Tisateski. Carly hit a high pop-up that was caught over in foul territory her first time. But again, leading the Lady Devils in batting average with 600. 11 big RBIs, 8 runs scored, and the bases are loaded. So again, big opportunity here. Addie Bunch getting the signal as now Carly steps into the batter's box. Off speed, going to be in the dirt. No harm done. Everybody stays. Of course, we've talked about our coaches for Hayesville. Of course, our Lady Devils, head coach Toby Burrell, assisted by Ashley Hyatt, Kevin Jones, Robbie Brown, Stacy Griggs, Summer Green, all those folks adding their expertise and knowledge to this Lady Devil softball program. Of course, for Hayesville, Marissa Peck and Rebecca Cothran. There's a shot into left field. It's going to be against the fence. 1 run is in. Another run rounding third. Another run will hold at third and in with a stand-up double and 2 big RBIs. Again, a big bat. And that is one Carly Tisateski. A stand-up double and 2 RBIs. 1 hopper off the left field fence. And we've got a tie game at 4-4 and still only 1 out. That's the 3rd shot today we've seen with these 2 teams combined that have hit the fence. And now we're going to have a pinch runner coming in for the Lady Devils here and doing a good job this year with that situation. It's going to be Molly Woodard, one of the 3 Woodard sisters on this Lady Devil softball team. Here's the windup and the throw. Pitch is going to be in the dirt. Ball gets by, coming from third and scoring, sliding head first. Scoring from third base, doing a good job getting up now out of the dirt for the Lady Devils is going to be Kaylee Parker scoring from third base. So the run is in, and the Lady Devils with the lead. Now 5-4. Heck of a game we have going on here. With Maddie Spates batting now. Maddie got on with a base hit last time. Riley Rawls is going to be on deck. Now, only 1 runner on, but that runner is down at third base. The windup and the throw. Pitch in for a strike. Again, over at third base for the Lady Devils. Our pinch runner, Molly Woodard. Some people call them courtesy runners. Pitch low in the dirt. Catcher doing a good job keeping that one in front of her here with a 5-4 Lady Devil lead now with still only 1 out. Again, it has been a big inning here for the Lady Devils. And again, Kennedy Anthony got it started with a leadoff double. Pitch in, just missing for a ball. Kennedy Anthony led off with a big double. Then there was a base on balls to Candace Crisp. Haley Woodard got on with an error to load the bases. Then a ground ball to third scored the first run. Kirsten Smith with an infield single, knocked in the second run. Kaylee Parker with a base on balls, and then Carly Tisateski, a big double against the left field fence, knocked in 2. Maddie Spates, ground ball foul on the third base side. So full count now, 3-2, 1 down, runner at third. Over in baseball in the second inning, the Maroon Devil JVs batting now, but they're down 8-zip to the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Addie Bunch now taking just a breather. Addie kind of working deliberately, if you will. Pitchers have different speeds of working. Some pitchers work fast. Some are more deliberate, if you will. Addie with the windup and the throw. High fly. This one's going to hang up, and it's going to be caught out in center field. And the run will score from third base. Very good throw coming in from center field out there for Hayesville. Outstanding throw from Krieger out there. Briley had a perfect throw, but again, hard to throw somebody out when they're tagging at third. As our pinch runner, Molly Woodard, scores, and it's now 6-4. Lady Devils in the lead with 2 out. So again, a big RBI off the bat of Maddie Spates with that fly ball into center field. Riley Rawls grounded to shortstop last time, hitting now with 2 out, nobody on. Base is empty. It has been a 6-run bottom of the second for the Lady Devils. Hayesville scored in the first and the second. And the Lady Devils have really uncorked the bats, if I can use that term, here in the bottom of the second. Addie Bunch now with a windup. Pitch just missing low for a ball. Fans, don't forget, following this softball broadcast, we're going to be here for baseball coming up following the varsity softball contest. The JV baseball game going on right now. Ground ball to third. Good play. Throw over to first base. Not going to be handled. And on with an error, the Lady Devils' Riley Rawls. So, again, a throw in the dirt from third base. Over there, Gracelyn Anderson made a great stop, but coming in was the throw on one hop. And just couldn't pull it in over there for Wagner at first base, Macy Wagner. And again, so back in, the Lady Devils, looks like we're going to have a pinch runner again, Maddie Bird. So Maddie Bird is going to be on running, one of 2 Maddies on this team. And we've played that name game. It's this team is so unusual with the names on this Lady Devil team. There's a pop-up out of play. And we have 2 sets of sisters, Carly and Haley Tisateski, then Haley, Faith, and Molly Woodard, okay, all sisters. Additionally, Addison Jenkins and Kirsten Smith are cousins. We have 2 Maddies, Maddie Bird and Maddie Spates. We have Kylie and Kaylee. We have Hannah and Savannah. Here's a shot to second base. She gets it over to first, and it's going to be in time for the out. And that's going to be out number 3 as we leave one stranded. So we have Haley and Haley. They're just spelled differently. And as Coach Toby Burrow likes to say, I just say, hey, you. Okay. But anyway, that's the name game we're playing with the Lady Devils. We've played 2. It's Swain 6, Hayesville 4. We'll be right back. Fans, welcome back. We go to the top of the third inning here in varsity softball. There's a shot into left field, and it's going to be caught in left field. Outstanding play over there by Kaylee Parker. That one, well-hit ball off the bat of Hayesville's Raylan Taylor, their leading hitter, hitting .455. Raylan grounded out to third base. I'll get her right in a minute, her first time. But a fly into left field, one down. Now hitting is going to be Morgan Crawford for the Yellow Jackets. A 6-4 Lady Devil lead here in conference play. Here's the windup and the throw. Riley Rawls. This is going to be a slap hit or a bunt attempt. That's going to be foul. Hustling over there to track it down. It's going to be third baseman Candace Crisp. And I think the rain is starting to try to go away. Some very light sprinkles still kind of floating around, but it's not raining as steady as it was earlier when we first started. There's a well-hit ball that's going to drop in to right field for a base hit. Throwing into second base over there. Good play, Kirsten Smith over there getting it done. Also over there in right field, Hannah Schuler defensively. And in with a base hit is going to be Morgan Crawford. Her first hit on the day. Morgan struck out last time. Batting now is going to be Dalen Murray. Dalen Murray hitting .375 for Hayesville. Dalen grounded to second her first time up. On deck is going to be Macy Wagner, who was hit by a pitch first time. Hayesville runs on the board every inning. Of course, we're only in the top of the third here. There's a foul ball out of play that's going to be going right over behind home plate on the baseball diamond. And that happens occasionally. And no harm done. They get that one out of play. And Crawford on at first now for the Yellow Jackets. Down by 2 to the Lady Devils here in the top of the third inning. Here at Swain County High School, cloudy skies. It's been raining the entire game. Pitch in, missing for a ball. An update in JV baseball. Well, it's still 8-0. Hayesville batting top of the third, and JV baseball nearby. These two fields are next to each other, and we're situated so we can kind of see both games at the same time. Riley with the windup and the throw now. Ground ball to second base. And there's the tag over to first. Is that a bang-bang double play? Yes, it is. How about that? Maddie Spates tagged the base runner coming from first, then flips it on over to first base, and a double play. 4-3 for 2, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. It's Swain 6, Hayesville 4. We'll be right back. Fans, welcome back. Here we go. It's a great softball going on here. 6-4, Swain leading Hayesville. The Lady Devils batting in the bottom of the third inning. And leading off is going to be Candace Crisp. 5 RBIs on the year. Had a base on balls last time. Behind her is going to be Haley Woodard and Hannah Schuler. 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the Lady Devil lineup batting here in the bottom of the third. There's a shot. Oh, just over the shortstop's head. That was so close. This is going to roll all the way to the fence as Candace rolls into second base with a stand-up double. Now, that one's going to be hard to score because it went over the outstretched glove of the shortstop over there for Hayesville. Talking about Roberts over there. But, again, a stand-up double. And Candace will come off, and coming on as a courtesy runner is going to be Addison Jenkins now, number 5. Addison, a pinch runner now with nobody out here. So the Lady Devils leading off here in the third, just like they did in the second with a leadoff double. That goes all the way to the fence. Coach Toby Burrell stepping up now to have just a word with the Lady Devil hitter coming to the plate, and that's going to be Haley Woodard. Good hitter, got on with an error last time. Haley hitting .400 on the year. Again, down at second base now. Pitch low in the dirt. Addison Jenkins down at second. We see the Swain County Sheriff's Department vehicle riding around, and that's always good to see. And it just brings to mind the sorrow right now in Nashville, Tennessee that we saw yesterday. Such a crazy world we live in sometimes. Addie Bunch on the rubber, ready to go now with runner on second, nobody out. Ground ball in play down to third base, holding Addison, and the throw is going to be in time, digging it out over there. Good play over at first base. Digging that ball out of the dirt. And that is Lily Chastain. So now, holding at second is Candace Crisp. Actually, Candace got the hit, but now doing the running is going to be Addison Jenkins with one out. Hannah Schuler hitting. Hannah takes the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 the count now. Hannah grounded into a forced play at third base her first time, but that was the first RBI of the ball game. So Hannah got the RBI on that grounder to third with the bases loaded. On deck is going to be Kirsten Smith. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count now with one down. Hannah hanging in there. Oh, a shot down to the shortstop who got behind our base runner, and it's, I hate to say this, but another bang-bang double play. We got one, they got one. 2 outstanding double plays defensively for each team, and we've played 3. We'll go to the top of the fourth. It's Swain 6, Hayesville 4. We'll be right back. Man.
Hello, viewers.
Fans, welcome back as the defense continues to sparkle here for both teams, leading off with a hard ground ball over to third base, but an outstanding play over there at third base was Macy Wagner. Well hit ball, but a great play defensively as, again, the Lady Devils, Candace Crisp getting out over to first base. And the last two innings, we've seen almost back-to-back double plays, which is, we don't see that many of them, to be honest. And we've seen two in a row here. Our Lady Devils had one. Hayesville had one. Outstanding defense, and we just saw another strong defensive play. One down now here in the top of the fourth inning. Swing and a miss. Big cut at the plate. Both these teams, they are good hitting teams. Batting now is going to be Macy Wagner. After Murray had that grounder just a moment ago. On deck is going to be Addie Bunch, the opposing pitcher, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, or check that, a strike and a strike three. So on the day, 4 strikeouts on the afternoon for the starting pitcher, Riley Rawls for the Lady Devils. 4 strikeouts. And looking on the Lady Devils side of the ledger, I don't think we have had a single strikeout on the afternoon. But it's still a close game. 6-4. Hayesville batting here in the top of the fourth inning, one down. Bunt sign, swing and a miss for a foul ball off the bat of Addie Bunch, who is a really good hitter. Hitting .444 with 1 double, 4 hits on the year for the Hayesville pitcher, the senior in the circle today, for head coach Marissa Peck. We're hearing a lot of that bat's hit the ball. There's a bat hitting the ball, and it's going to be a base hit into right field for Addie Bunch. On with a base hit now for Hayesville with 1 down in the top of the fourth inning. Now coming up is going to be Faith Odell. And boy, this top of the lineup has been really strong for Hayesville. The top of the lineup, 6 for 6. Faith Odell, 2 for 2, 1 single, 1 double, and an RBI now at the plate with 1 on and 1 out. On deck.
Outs, right? Didn't they get 1 out first play?
And there should be 2 outs. Yep, I'm looking at the scoreboard wrong. It says 1 out, but I believe we have 2 because I think there was a strikeout. Yeah. You're right, Joe Holt. Thanks for getting us on that. Should be 2 because we had a ground out and we had a strikeout. Pitch high for a ball. Addie Bunch on with the base hit on the day or on the inning. Again, this top of the lineup has been tough to get out here. Roberts is going to be on deck. Riley Rawls in the circle with a windup and the throw. Pitch at the knee is going to be just low for a ball over in the JV baseball game. In the bottom of the third inning, it's all Hayesville right now, 10-0. Hayesville with a lead in JV baseball nearby. Riley back on the rubber, wind up, pitch in, just missing for a ball. Addie Bunch at first base for Hayesville. Here's the windup. There's a shot. It's going to be at first base and caught in the air. Is that thing caught in the air? Apparently so. At first base, what a play by Haley Woodard. She just dove face first with her glove extended and caught that ball. So I'm guessing now they're only going to say it's 2 outs. I thought there was 3.
Was there definitely a ground out at first?
So apparently that is only the 2nd out now. So we'll try to get us straight here. So here we go. There's a foul ball, and that is the first time today that we have been able to get to Odell out. But what a play at first base by the diving Haley Woodard. I mean, just dove straight out. 2 down now. Lila Roberts hitting .231 on the year, but a perfect day today, 2 for 2 with an RBI. There's another shot into left center field, but it's going to be caught in center field. Good catch out there by the center fielder, Kirsten Smith. And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. And for the first time today, Hayesville held off the scoreboard with a 6-4 Swain lead. We'll be right back. Good for him. Fans, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Lady Devils with a 6-4 lead here in varsity softball, Smoky Mountain Conference play. And Addie Bunch with the first pitch in, and it's going to be, looks like a foul ball for a strike. Leading off here for the Lady Devils is going to be, looks like top of the lineup, and Kirsten Smith. Kirsten on the day. Last time up had an infield base hit for an RBI. Kaylee Parker in the number 2 spot, and Carly Tisateski batting number 3, of course. 1, 2, 3 hitters. There's a slap hit. Third baseman has it on over to first base, and it's going to be in time. But boy, that's close. That is close. That was close. The umpire set out though, and that's going to be out number 1. That is I tell you, the on-base umpire has had about 3 very close calls out there between first and second base on the day. Nothing new, of course. That's part of the game. Both these teams can run. Both these teams can hit. Both teams have really been keeping the ball in play for the most part all afternoon. Addie now, bases empty with the windup. Pitch in, just missing for a ball. 6-4, Lady Devils in the lead. Over in JV baseball, again, it's been mostly Hayesville. 10-0 lead over there as they are going to the top of the fourth. They are playing right next door to the varsity softball game. Pitch in for a ball. Don't forget now the varsity baseball game we'll have on live coming up following the softball contest. So be sure and stick around for that. Wind up on the throw. High fly into right field, and it's going to be caught for out number 2. Ball hit way up in the air off the bat of Kaylee Parker for the fly ball into right field. 2 down now. Carly Tisateski, boy, she ripped it last time with a big double. 2 RBIs off the bat of Carly. A shot that was off the fence. She pounded it. Maddie Spates is going to be on deck. Again, not a single strikeout on the day, so the Lady Devils have been at the plate very aggressively, swinging the bat, and it's paying off with a 6-4 lead. First pitch in for a ball to Carly, our outstanding freshman catcher, hitting .600. One of the team leaders in RBIs with 11, 8 runs scored. Kennedy Anthony right behind her with 10 RBIs on the year. High pop-up. This one's going to be caught, I'm afraid, over at first base. It's a 1-2-3 inning, and we've played 4. We go to the top of the 5th. It's Swain 6, Hayesville 4. We'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network.
Hello, viewers. My name is Audrey Zelinka, and I'm one of your student correspondents with the Maroon Devils Network. This channel was created in 2014, and since then we've had over 430,000 views, but more than 75% of those have been non-subscribers. Right now our channel has a little over 2,400 subscribers, but we want to reach a goal of 5,000. To help us do this, you can like, subscribe, and share our videos. Thank you for watching the Maroon Devils Network. Hello, viewers. My name is Audrey Zelinka, and I'm one of your student correspondents with the Maroon Devils Network. This channel was created...
Swing of the bat, and for the first time today, we're going to be getting Briley Krieger out as she grounds out to shortstop, and that's going to be out number 1. Briley had a great day, 2 for 2 on the day. So for the first time today, the top of the lineup for Hayesville last time up has been put out, and now it's going to be Gracelyn Anderson, who has struck out twice on the afternoon for Hayesville, and one of their strong hitters at 400, swing and a miss for a strike. Riley Rawls has gone the distance in the pitching circle this afternoon for the Lady Devils. Now the wind is blowing, and it's a chilly Tuesday. A chilly, chilly afternoon, no question about it. Don't forget, we're going to be having some varsity baseball coming up following softball. Talking about baseball Friday at Hayesville in varsity baseball. Riley Rawls still getting it done in the pitching circle. So don't forget, we're going to be at Hayesville later in the week. We host, then we're on the road. The windup and the throw. There's a shot at first base, and again, another great stab at first base by Haley Woodard, who's made a couple of really good plays over there today for the Lady Devils defensively. Batting now is going to be number 11, Raylan Taylor. Raylan, a strong hitter, .455, leading Hayesville in batting average, and Raylan has grounded to third and hit a fly ball to left field in 2 times. But again, Raylan, a strong stick at the plate, 3 RBIs, 5 hits on the year. And there's her next hit on the year as she lines one over third base in for a base hit. So Raylan Taylor is now on for the first time today with a base hit. Morgan Crawford batting with a base hit last time. So Hayesville making some noise now with 2 out. Crawford hitting on deck is going to be Dalen Murray. There's a high foul ball over here on the right field side. No way anybody's going to track that one down, but Hannah Schuler, good effort over here to try and pull it in, but it was over against the fence, and that's just too far to go. So don't forget, of course, baseball and softball later in the week on the road at Hayesville. So you folks listening and watching from Hayesville, you're going to be hosting later on in the week. There's a foul ball. Had a question come in. What's the difference between a slap hit and a bunt in fast pitch softball for the girls? The bunt, the batter really does kind of square around and present the bat. It's kind of just presented out there in a bunt fashion, very much like baseball. A slap hit, the batter actually there's a swing and a miss. The batter kind of actually moves the bat and kind of slaps at the ball as opposed to just having almost a fixed bat out there as the pitch is coming in. That is more of a squared up bunt, if you will, with the bat. That's my a very uneducated answer to that question. Had a friend ask that question during the broadcast as we've been talking about slap hitting and bunting, and we've seen both today. But that's one thing you don't see in baseball. You don't see much of a slap hit, if you will. It's definitely a very much a bunt where the batter squares around and the bat is basically almost still. There's a pickoff throw to first. Very close. Carly with a very good throw to first base. Almost caught Kaylin off the base over there, or check that. Almost caught Raylan Taylor, not to Kaylin. Raylan Taylor almost caught Raylan over there at first base. Here's Riley with the windup and the throw. Foul ball again, no play. But Major League Baseball, I believe, season opener may be coming up later in the week. Major League Baseball with a couple of changes. A pitch clock, if you will. Can't overload the defenses anymore. Some of the differences in Major League Baseball in an attempt, they say, to speed up the game. We'll see. There's another foul ball off the bat of Morgan Crawford. Hitting with 2 out, 6-4. Lady Devils in the lead here in the top of the 5th inning. And we'll have varsity baseball coming up later on tonight following this game on the Maroon Devils Network. Glad to have you listening and watching. Wow, Joe Holt, we're almost seeing the sun come out here. That's a welcome sight. Pitch in, just missing for a ball. Count goes full, 3-2. Runner on first, 2 out. Riley Rawls has been pitching a solid game against Hayesville. 2-0 in conference play, one of the undefeated teams in the conference. There's another foul ball. Robbinsville 3-0, Hayesville 2-0, Hiwassee Dam 1-0, the only undefeated softball teams. Murphy 2-2, Cherokee 2-2. Our Lady Devils looking for that first win in conference play. Andrews is 0-4. Yesterday, Hayesville beat Andrews 4-3 in a tight one. Also a non-conference play yesterday. Franklin beat Murphy 7-3. And how about that? The first time since we've started this game, the sun is out. And we're glad to see it. A pitch in, a called third strike as the runner took off from first. And wow, that off-speed pitch gets it done. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Swain 6, Hayesville 4. We'll be right back. As we go to the bottom of the fifth inning, 6-4, Lady Devils over Hayesville right now in a great softball contest. Addie Bunch in the circle today for Hayesville has gone the distance, still throwing hard, and at the plate for the Lady Devils, here is going to be Maddie Spates. Maddie got a big fly to center field last time with an RBI her last time up. Also got a single first time up, so it's been a good day at the plate so far for Maddie, one of our captains. Pitch missing low for a ball. On deck will be Riley Rawls and Kennedy Anthony. Got some more good bats coming up to the plate. And again, Swain has really been putting the bat on the ball here. The ball has been in play every hitter all day. There's another one. This one going to be straightaway center field. Going to be in for a base hit as Maddie will hold at first base with a throw coming in from the outfield. So Maddie having a good day. 2 for 3 with a couple of hits, a big RBI, and Riley Rawls got on with an error last time. Riley doing a good job in the circle this afternoon. And again, a good start here to the bottom of the fifth inning for the Lady Devils. Glad to have you along, whether you're watching and listening from Swain County or from Hayesville, here on the Maroon Devils Network. Here's the windup from Addie. Pitch in for a strike. Sun has kind of peeked through the clouds here this afternoon. It was raining for pretty much the first 2 or 3 innings of JV baseball nearby and softball here. Over in the JV baseball game in the 4th inning, Hayesville really having a big day. They lead Swain 12-0. There's a shot over third base. Foul by Riley. Pretty good fan turnout here. A lot of folks coming over from Hayesville and Swain. Of course, fans basically kind of scattered out all over the place here. It's, I've talked to Coach Burrell about this, and so many of the Swain fans are out on the outfield grass, out in the center field behind the school building. So it's kind of an odd situation. Most of the fans actually in the stands are sometimes from the visiting school, so it's kind of an odd situation here. Of course, I know there is future plans for potential new fields. I know that's down the road at some point, but we'll see. Today, it's all about these two teams, Swain and Hayesville. High pop-up, going to be behind home plate, out of play. Over in the, that may be yellow bell bushes over there, not sure, but out of play behind home plate. So probably not yellow bells because they're in bloom right now, and I don't see any of those yellow bells over behind home plate. Here's the windup, off-speed pitch, just missing for a ball. Lady Devils again, Maddie Spates down at first base. Riley Rawls hanging in there at the plate. Kennedy Anthony is going to be on deck here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Addie Bunch, very deliberate pitching rhythm, if you will. Another foul ball, no play. Varsity baseball coming up later on tonight here on the Maroon Devils Network. We hope you'll stay with us. Or during the break, come back and join us. We might have a break between 2 games. That's the plan anyway. Here comes the sun back out at Swain County High School on a Tuesday, chilly Tuesday afternoon. Well hit ball into deep left field. This one is going to be over the fence. A home run over the fence off the bat of Riley Rawls. That one cleared the fence. That's the first one we've seen here at Swain County High School in our broadcasting efforts, but Riley Rawls has just hit a shot that cleared the fence in left field. We have seen 3 balls hit off the fence here today. That's the first one we've seen this year that cleared the fence, and Riley just busted it. What a shot. Riley on the season, That is her 16th RBI. And her over 400 batting average now giving Swain a 7-4 lead. Well, I thought that was going to be 8-4 because we had a 6-4 lead. Maddie was on first. That should be 8. Should be an 8-4 Swain lead. Just, again, looking at the scoreboard. Here comes Addie with the windup and the pitch in for a strike. Hitting now is going to be Kennedy Anthony, who's had a good day at the plate. Had a big double. Grounded to second base her last time. And now it's an 8-4 scoreboard correction there. A 2-run homer off the bat of Riley Rawls, clearing the left field fence. Addie Bunch with the windup and the throw. There's another well-hit ball into straightaway center field. Center fielder coming on with a very good play out there in center field, pulling that ball in. That was Riley Krieger on a line shot, basically, off the bat of Kennedy Anthony. But a good play out in center field. Candace Crisp batting now. And I believe that's 1 out. Addie with the windup and the throw. Another well-hit ball, but this one is going to be foul up on the left field foul bank, if you will. Batting for the Lady Devils is Candace Crisp. Candace on the year hitting .227, .393 on base percentage. Had a big double last time up. Has been on both times, a base on balls and a double. This one hit it high, and it's going to be caught in right field. Another good play by the Hayesville defense. Coming on over there is going to be Dalen Murray with a great catch in right field. That ball looked like it was going to drop in just inside the line. Off the bat is Candace Crisp. And again, it's so chilly I can't even get my get my words out. But a fly ball into right field. 2 down now. Haley Woodard batting. Got on with an error first time. Grounded out to third base her last time up. Base is empty. And there's a shot that's going to be over in the crowd. Just over Sharon Burrell's concession stand tent over there between the two fields here at Swain County High School. Sharon and Buck over there doing a good job selling concessions and hopefully raising a little money for Swain softball. As our concession stand was torn down, and along with it the bathrooms over there when the road was put in over behind the softball and baseball fields that now circles Swain County High School. There is a road over there now in case you haven't been up here lately, and that's why the concession stand and bathrooms were torn down. No water for one reason, because the water lines had to be taken out as well. Here's the windup and the throw. Ground ball sharply hit up the middle, going to be in for a base hit. So the Lady Devils still hitting the ball strong. Now the throw going into the outfield. Now diving back is going to be Haley Woodard as she got a big base hit. Almost took off the second. Throw coming in a little bit off kilter into the infield. But diving back to first base is going to be Haley Woodard. Great season. Her first big hit today, hitting .400 on the year. Hannah Schuler batting now. 2 down. And now Haley on first base. Hannah on the day. Grounded into a forced play her first time, knocked in a run. That was our first RBI of the day, I'm pretty sure. Hayesville's Addie Bunch still throwing hard on the afternoon with a runner on first and 2 out. You can hear the wind in our headset blowing around. It's been breezy all afternoon. Of course, on Monday, temperature in the 70s or better. A beautiful day, but kind of yucky today. Kind of rainy and windy and chilly and all of the above. Pitch in, just missing for a ball. You can also hear the crack of the bat as some of the baseball guys are warming up over there in the batting cage over near the baseball diamond. Swain and Hayesville baseball coming up later on here on the Maroon Devils Network live We'll have that for you. Addy with the pitch, missing for a ball. We're on the bottom of the 5th inning here in softball action, and right now it's an 8-4 Swain lead in case you're just tuning in. Hayesville led early. Swain battled back to regain the lead, but I don't think we've seen all the scoring we're going to see here in this game. Both teams have been aggressive with the bat. Pitch in for ball 4. So now runners at first and second. Hannah Schuler on with a walk. Top of the lineup, and Kirsten Smith, who's had a busy day, grounded to the pitcher. Got an infield single with a big RBI and grounded to third base in 3 times. Kirsten, 11 runs scored on the year, good base runner, hitting .323. Starting to slap hit, now lets that one go. And again, I hope I've answered that question about the difference between a slap and a bunt from one of our great friends listening in here this Tuesday afternoon on the Maroon Devils Network. But again, there's a slap hit back to the pitcher, on over to first base, throw almost wide, but I think they got the play at first. Let's see. Let's see. This one is going to be interesting. This one is going to be discussed between the on-base umpire and the home plate umpire. The throw came to first, but the first baseman did kind of dance around the bag because the runner was coming hard, obviously. Kirsten Smith is a slap hitter. And it's going to be called safe. So now the bases are loaded after the umpires discuss the play, and they're going to say apparently the first baseman's foot was not on the bag when the throw was made and caught. So an infield single, her second on the day for Kirsten. Oh, ball gets by, run is going to score from third, and everybody advances here as the pitch gets by. And scoring from third base for the Lady Devils is going to be Haley Woodard. That makes it a 9-4 Swain lead. Batting now is going to be Kaylee Parker, hitting .391 with a great season. 9 runs scored, already has a base hit today and a walk. And now looks like Hayesville might be thinking about a pitching change. As coming on, head coach Marissa Peck. As they are talking things over in the pitching circle, would like to remind you we've got varsity baseball coming up later on tonight here on the Maroon Devils Network. JV baseball not going well if you're a Maroon Devil fan. Hayesville 17-0 lead in JV baseball next door. Obviously, unless things really turn around, that's going to be a 5-inning contest with the 10-run mercy rule. Well, Coach Peck will now come back off the field, and Addie Bunch is going to be staying in to pitch for Hayesville. Addie has been the main pitcher for Hayesville. Macy Wagner has pitched 4 innings on the year, but Addie has pitched 17 innings coming into this game today, and they've only played 3 games. Pitch high for a ball. At the plate, Kaylee Parker. Again, already a hit on the day and a base on balls. So Kaylee has been on a couple of times already. Pitch in for a strike now from Addie Bunch. Runners at second and third. And a 9-4 Lady Devil lead here in conference play. We'll try to get a word with Coach Toby Burrell following the contest, so be sure and stick around for that. Pitch missing outside for a ball. Pitch in, up the middle, base hit. 1 run will score. Runner from second will hold at third. Coach Toby Burrell holding the runner at third. And on at first with an RBI single is Kaylee Parker. Again, the Lady Devils really hitting the ball well. It's going to be Carly Tisateski at the plate. Carly bounced one off left center field fence earlier with a big 2 RBI double. That one almost cleared the fence. Maddie Spates is going to be on deck. We've seen one clear the fence earlier today. Riley Rawls hit one over the left field fence. This one is deep. Is it going? It is gone. It is gone over deep center field. A 3-run homer from Carly Tisateski. 3-run homer. That's the second shot today we have seen clear the fence for the Lady Devils. And the second we've seen all year clear the fence here. It's now an 11-4 lead, and the Lady Devils have just, it should be 13-4. So now 13. The scoreboard sometimes a little bit slow catching up. I think it was.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second.
That could be right.
It was 9-4, and then they scored 3, right? So it should be 12.
Probably we're thinking it could be 12-4 instead of 11. I think it was a 9-4 lead, and that was a 3-run homer without a doubt. We had Swain had 2 runners on, and that home run over deep center field. I mean,
it was 10-4. It was 10-4 because we had that run on.
It was 10-4. 1 run scored on the pass ball.
Yeah.
So it's now 13-4. They got the scoreboard right. And Joe and I try to keep some unofficial stats here. So now it is a 13-4 Swain lead. And now Hayesville has a pitching change. And while they do that, we'll take a break. Fans, stay with us as we'll be back on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. As now there has been a pitching change for Hayesville. Macy Wagner is coming on to pitch now. And the Lady Devils, with the bases clear, have a 13-4 lead with 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So things have been happening pretty fast here. And we try to keep you posted as best we can. And here we go with a windup and the throw. This pitch is going to be high from the right arm of Macy Wagner. And Macy has pitched some this year. Macy has pitched 4 innings with a 3.50 ERA, has struck out 4 and given up 2 walks in her pitching work this year for the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. Swain batting now, 2 out. Nobody on, bases empty after that 3-run shot over straightaway center field off the bat of freshman Carly Tisateski. There's a hit into right field. And holding up at first base. Again, very busy bats today for Swain County High School. That was Maddie Spates with another hit. Her second hit in a row. She's had 3 hits on the day. Maddie with a very good day at the plate. Riley Rawls talking about good hits. Last time up, hit one over the left center field fence for a 2-run homer. Has really been hitting the ball well all season. Riley hitting .419, 14, now 16 RBIs. But again, 2-run shot last time at bat. This pitch is going to be floating high off speed for a ball. But the first time all year we've seen anybody hit one over the fence, and today we've seen 2. Pitch in the dirt for a ball, and taken off down to second base is going to be Maddie Spates, one of our team captains. Maddie and Hannah Schuler, a couple of our captains. We had the pleasure of interviewing them earlier in the season in conference play. Nope, I take that back. That was after the Asheville win. Pitch in, missing for a ball. JV baseball next door, Hayesville, really having a big day at the plate as they now lead 21-0 in JV baseball. Been a tough day for the Maroon Devil JV team. Sun is out, wind up and the throw, ground ball. That's going to be to third base, on over to first in time. That's going to end the inning, and the Lady Devils have a 13-4 lead. We go to the top of the 6th here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Lady Devils kind of blew open the game there on the 5th. Now a 13-4 Lady Devil lead. But again, this game far from over. Both teams have been putting the ball in play. And a swing and a miss for strike one. Riley Rawls still in the circle for the Lady Devils to get things underway here in the 6th inning. Hayesville trying to rally back here as they are 2-0 in conference play. There's a foul ball off the bat of Hayesville's Dalen Murray hitting now. Dalen has grounded out to second base both times. This is her third trip to the plate here for Hayesville. Talking about Hayesville, winning yesterday over Andrews 4-3. They also won over Andrews earlier in the season, 7-6 in 8 innings. Their only loss was to Pisgah 9-1 for a 2-1 record coming in. But again, 2-0 in conference play. That's what really matters, as the conference games, of course, are the ones that play such a big role in the potential playoffs coming up later on in the year. And this conference is always tough. Pitch in. There's going to be a call, third strike. As again, Riley Rawls with another strikeout on the day. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unofficially. Strikeouts for Swain pitcher Riley Rawls. And so far on the day, not a single Swain batter has struck out. They have put the ball in play every time at the plate. But again, it's still anybody's ball game by any stretch. Batting now is going to be number 6, Macy Wagner. Struck out last time, was hit by a pitch her first time. On deck is going to be Addie Bunch for the Yellow Jackets. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Lady Devils looking for the first conference win of the season. As we mentioned, Robbinsville 3-0, Hayesville 2-0, Hiwassee Dam 1-0, Murphy 2-2, Cherokee 2-2, Swain 0-2, Andrews 0-4. There's a high pop-up, going to be caught at second base. Over there, Maddie Spates pulling that one down for 2 out now in the top of the 6th inning. And the JV baseball game is over next door, as that one is, well, let's see. I believe they are saying that game is done, 21-0 Hayesville in JV baseball, because I think both teams just came out and kind of shook hands, and I believe that one is in the books. There's a base hit up the middle. Yellow Jackets not going away quietly. On with a base hit is Addie Bunch, her second base hit in a row for the Yellow Jackets, and that'll bring up the top of the lineup now. And Faith Odell, a good season, hitting .417. Odell on the day, 2 for 3, a single, a double with an RBI, and lined out to first base last time. On deck is going to be Lila Roberts, also 2 for 3 on the day. Hayesville, runner on first, 2 out. Pitch high for a ball. I want to tell you, Riley Rawls is still bringing it. That's pitch had some juice. We've seen some good pitching today. We've also seen some good hitting. Pitch in, just missing for a ball. And we've seen some good defense. We've seen a couple of errors, but for the most part, both defenses have played very well. We've seen a couple of throwing errors that wound up in a couple of infield singles at first base. But other than that, strong defensive play. Pitch missing. Oh, pick-off throw to first, not in time. And now it looks like a 3-0 count. Digging back in is going to be Faith Odell. 5 hits on the season, including today, giving her 7 hits on the year for Hayesville. Pitch in for a strike on the 3-0 count, 3-1 now. Roberts on deck. Krieger coming up behind her, the 1-2-3 hitters for the Yellow Jackets. Both these teams with a lot of tradition of excellence in softball and baseball. There's a foul ball out of play. We've seen a lot of good softball and baseball from both these schools over the years. Now getting back in the circle again, Riley Rawls with the windup and the pitch in, call third strike as Hayesville will leave 1 on base. Riley Rawls digging in and pitching strong here in the 6th inning. We go to the bottom half of the 6th, Swain 13, Hayesville 4. We'll be back. Fans, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning as Swain and Hayesville have been hitting the ball hard all afternoon. Leading off here for the Lady Devils now it's going to be Kennedy Anthony, who again has hit the ball hard. Had a big double earlier. Kennedy, again, one of the outstanding freshmen on this team. There are so many freshmen on this team. Hayesville, 3 freshmen of their own to go with some seniors. As a matter of fact, 3 freshmen, 5 seniors on the Hayesville team. And the Lady Devils, again, talking about our lineup. Some really good seniors, some of the really good seniors on this team, but some outstanding freshmen. This is a team kind of dominated by juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. Kennedy at the plate on the year, 10 RBIs, had an RBI earlier for the Lady Devils, I believe. Pitch in. And again, there was a pitching change for Hayesville. Last inning coming on, Macy Wagner now in the circle. Pitch in for a call strike. Wagner coming on in relief of Addie Bunch. They are the 2 pitchers who have been getting it done in the circle for the Yellow Jackets this season. Only Hayesville's 4th game of the year. 2-1 overall, 2-0 in conference play, winning both over Andrews. Pitch in the dirt for ball 4. And now Kennedy Anthony with a good eye at the plate on deck. Candace Crisp hitting now. Candace with a base on balls, had a big double earlier, also a fly ball to right field in 3 times. Some true Swain fans here. Gail, be careful down there now. Oh, man. Gail Freshour here. Everybody knows Gail. I tell you, she is a true Maroon Devil fan if there ever was one. There's a ball hit, going to be foul off the bank on left field side. Base runner on. One thing about it, if the Lady Devils score 1 run here on the bottom of the 6th inning, this game is over. It's a 13-4 Swain lead, and with a 10-run mercy rule, this game would be in the books. Candace Crisp digging in, swinging a foul ball. On deck is going to be Haley Woodard. And then Hannah Schuler batting here in the bottom half of the 6th inning with varsity baseball coming up following this contest tonight on the Maroon Devils Network. Sun is out briefly, and boy, briefly, Joe and I have wanted sunshine and warmer weather like yesterday, but we have the sun. We're not going to get the warmth, I'm afraid. There's a ball getting by third base, going into left field. Now coming on into third, and holding up at third base is going to be Kennedy Anthony. And rolling on into second is going to be Candace Crisp. So the winning run now at third base. And Haley Woodard batting with a strong 400 average, 1 hit on the day. Got on with an error first time, a grounder second time to third, and then a base hit last time. Hannah Schuler is going to be on deck. And now we are going to have a pinch runner. Coming on for the Lady Devils is going to be Addison Jenkins at second base. Head coach Toby Burrell over in the third base coaching box, wanting to push another run across the plate, obviously, in this conference showdown. Swain will be at Hayesville later in the week in baseball and softball. Nearby, the varsity baseball field being prepared for the varsity game. There was a JV game earlier, won by Hayesville in JV baseball. And they're dragging the field, getting it ready to go for the varsity game coming up. There's a ground ball to third base. Throw on over to first base. Now the runner is going to be coming from third, and she's going to be safe, and that means the game is over. That was a close play at home plate. And that is run number 10, I believe. And that's it. It's a 14-4 Swain lead. And that's going to wind it up here as the Lady Devils rack up the conference contest with a 14-4 final. Fans, stay tuned. We hope to come back with Coach Toby Burrell and a post-game chat after this timeout.
Hello viewers, my name is Audrey Zelinka and I'm one of your student correspondents with the Maroon Devils Network. This channel was created in 2014 and since then we've had over 430,000 views, but more than 75% of those have been non-subscribers. Right now our channel has a little over 2,400 subscribers, but we want to reach a goal of 5,000. To help us do this, you can like, subscribe, and share our videos. Thank you for watching the Maroon Devils Network.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back on the Maroon Devils Network. As we always love to talk to our players, and here is center fielder Kirsten Smith. And Kirsten, you have a big smile on your face.
Yes.
You got to tell me why you're smiling.
Well, Hayesville is ranked number 2 in our conference right now, but not anymore because we just whooped them, which is really good for us. We just proved a point that we could go really far, and we did it.
And good conference win today. Coming into this game, of course, facing a good pitcher for Hayesville, but you've got to be happy with the way you and the rest of the Lady Devils hit the ball today because y'all killed it.
Yes. Well, I actually missed Riley Rawls' home run because I went to go get a foul ball. But I was really mad about that one. But I was there for Carly's.
Well, I tell you, I can tell you this, they were both very impressive.
Yeah, I bet.
All right, now we got to go to Hayesville later in the week, and hopefully we can get the job done later in the week, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, you girls keep up the good work. Outstanding win today, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
And by the way, a couple of good catches out in center field.
Thank you so much.
All right. Kirsten Smith, fans, joining us here on the postgame show. Joining us now is head coach Toby Burrell. And, Coach, coming into this game, of course, conference wins are big, and this was a solid win today, hitting the ball.
Well, it was, and, it's a couple of games in a row now where we've hit the ball really well.
Yeah.
We see that every day in practice, so the challenge has been getting it out here in a game situation, we did it. Today we got some big hits from from Carly and Riley. First career home runs for both of them in the same game, and usually they put on a show for us in BP out here when we're just practicing. So all of us are really glad that they finally did it somewhere else. But a great job with them. I felt like our defense was really solid today. The rain really hindered us in the first couple of innings, being able to pitch the way we wanted to. We stayed away from our breaking stuff, and Riley couldn't locate the rise ball very well because of the weather. And then once it cleared off, we were able to do a little better with that. She was, and defensively, again, I think we really played a solid game.
Yeah. Talking about Riley, and unofficially, last time I checked, I don't think she just pitched well all day long. As you mentioned, that first inning, they got a run or two across the plate, but after that, kind of settled down, and she really pitched well. And the off-speed pitch and that rising fastball were just brutal.
They were, and we went to the changeup a little bit more in those first couple of innings because of not being able to locate. And I really tried to stay fastball as much as I could. It's really hard for her to spin the ball when her hands are wet, and it's hard to keep your hands dry. She was able to keep the ball dry, but her hands weren't very dry. So we missed a few spots there in the early innings, but she settled in, and she's a really good, talented pitcher and does great things for us. And she pitched a heck of a ball game today. She's done that a lot for us, to be honest, and do it a lot more. But I thought she did a great job. I thought Carly did a good job behind the plate, framing pitches for her and working for her. Defensively, like I said, I felt like we were solid all day long. We talked a lot, which is a win for us. That's something we struggled with. We talked a lot on defense, and then getting the top of our order. KP's Caleb Parker's really doing well, getting on base for Carly and Maddie and Riley, and Maddie had been scuffling a little bit, but she got her back going today, and that's a good sign for us that she can relax now and do her thing, and that adds another very potent, powerful hitter to our lineup.
No doubt. Talking about the lineup, Coach, today at last check, I don't think there was a single strikeout. We put the ball in play every batter today, and that's really hard to do.
It is. It really is. That surprises me a little bit. I didn't know that. But I thought we did a good job all the way around. It took us a little while to get going in the first couple of innings, but, again, I think the rain was a little bit of a factor in some of that. Yeah. Kirsten and Kaylee at the top of the order did a real good job getting on, setting the table. Kirsten, it's hard for me to believe, and I know fans have a hard time with this too, understanding what I'm talking about, but Kirsten's only been slapping for 9 games. Wow. And since the start of this season, and she's really come a long way as far as a slapper, and she understands her role, which is to get on base and create chaos wherever she can. So she understands that and likes it. And she's going to be really good at it. She keeps getting better every game. I thought she had a really solid game today and really solid game yesterday, and being able to put the ball in play. And that's the key, putting the ball in play, making them field it and throw you out on the run, using your speed. And so she's done a great job up there. But it looked, too, like Haley may have jumped out of her slump a little bit. She's been slumping a little bit, and she had some big hits today, too. So, a great effort for kids. I'm really happy for them and proud of the effort.
And a good conference win. That's the key, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It matches our win total from last year, so we're tickled to death to be there at this point in the season. So it's a good start to our season, and we'll get Hayesville again this week, and then we'll be back home next week with Cherokee, and hope everybody comes out and checks us out.
All right. Coach Toby Burrell joining us here on the postgame show on the heels of a 14-4 win. The bats were blazing here for the Maroon Devils today, and we've got baseball coming up here in just a few minutes. So stay with us as we'll continue here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Hello, viewers. My name is Audrey Zelinka, and I'm one of your student correspondents with the Maroon Devils Network. This channel was created in 2014, and since then we've had over 430,000 views, but more than 75% of those have been non-subscribers. Right now our channel has a little over 2,400 subscribers, but we want to reach a goal of 5,000. To help us do this, you can like, subscribe, and share our videos. Thank you for watching the Maroon Devils Network.